Now, the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar is finally set to get underway today. 32 nations have descended upon the Gulf state with the aim of being crowned world champion, or at least, at the very least, play the final match on the 18th of December. Our team here in Newzroom Afrika is on the ground and will be there to give you updates throughout the tournament. Let's now cross over to Benjamin Leshoro, who joins us now from the venue for the opening match. Benjamin, a controversial build-up to this competition, but after all of that, it's finally here.
Good evening from Qatar. It is a very exciting day for a lot of the locals here. You're quite right. It's been a controversial build-up. There's been issues of human rights abuse, allegations, I should put it that way, of human rights abuse by Qatar. There's been issues with rights of the LGBTQ plus community. There's just a whole lot of things that a lot of people are not used to about this World Cup. There's issues about the alcohol sales. I can tell you now that there is not a single person inside that is holding a beer. I can confirm that it is true that there will be no drinking at the stadiums at the 64 games of the 2022 FIFA World Cup. Of course, FIFA having communicated that decision about 2 days, just on the eve of the tournament. It was announced that there will be no sale of alcoholic beverages in the stadium precinct. There's also an unusual point of the temperatures here in Qatar. It is extremely hot, and the players themselves have also complained. They've had a few things to say about the temperatures and how they're going to play. What I can tell you is that the stadium behind me, that is the Al Bayt Stadium. It is a state-of-the-art, world-class facility that has been built with modern technology. First of all, it's got a retractable roof. So the expectation is that throughout the game, the roof will be closed and it will be an air-conditioned environment throughout the game. And one of the things that we reported on, with Qatar having spent a lot of money, as much as about 5 trillion, the most expensive World Cup yet. One of the things they've done with that money is that around the stadiums that are going to be hosting the tournament, there has been nozzles that are going to be spraying chilled air throughout the game and for the fans underneath the seats, so that they can at least make it bearable for everyone who is attending the games, at least the fans that are coming to Qatar for the first time, and make it bearable for them. So it'll be a very interesting one, unusual in a lot of aspects. But also there is the game that's happening tonight. Qatar taking on Ecuador, and you could argue, Mpo, that Qatar is probably the most prepared side at this tournament, the most prepared team. Since 2006, there is an academy called the Aspire Academy. Since 2006, the players in this particular squad were prepared for this very moment, for this game. The players, from when they were young boys, they were put into the Aspire Academy to prepare for this. They grew up together throughout all the age group teams. They played at under 17 together. They played at under 19, the Olympic team, which is the under 23, and up until they graduated to the senior team. And not only they did that, they moved with the same coach throughout all those age groups. So you could probably make the assumption that they are the most prepared side at this World Cup. Whether their preparedness will yield fruit when it comes to the tournament itself remains to be seen. Remember, the aim, at least the initial one, is to avoid South Africa's fate, which remains the only country to have hosted the World Cup, that was in 2010, and was knocked out in the group stages. In the opening round, in the opening phase of the World Cup, South Africa was knocked out, didn't go to the knockouts, and Qatar will definitely want to avoid that, being the first nation to actually host the World Cup, having never qualified for the tournament before, Mpo.
Interesting developments. We leave it there for now. Benjamin Leshoro giving us an update from the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar, finally underway. As you can see, those live visuals there as the event is underway.